Here we are. This is the posture video with Americas. Nancy the cello.
Yeah.
In the book.
Oh, and the cello.
You're okay. You're okay. So, proper placement. Of course, we see the 2 feet out in front of us, trying to sit on the edge of our seat. We have the cello come toward us, and I'm supporting it with my left knee, and it's reaching my right thigh. And so, we see that. We have the left hand that comes out here. The first finger is going to go on my first black tape, the third finger on the first blue tape, and the fourth finger on the second blue tape. We want our fingers to come up and be curved to the tip because that's where we're going to get the best sound production. And we want the thumb and the middle finger to be pinching so that we can have proper control of the cello. It helps with support and maintaining what position we're in when we're changing positions. So that is the proper left hand setup. The proper bow setup, we're going to begin with the bow balance point. We're going to bring the bow into our hands and we're going to drape it over, no force whatsoever. We're calm. We put the thumb down at the tip of the frog, the nose of the frog right here. And then the middle finger coming up to the ferrule, where the ferrule meets the string. The first finger is going to be slightly out, and the pinky finger is going to be supporting in the back. So, and sorry if you have to mess with this, the rubber just doesn't stick on here. So, and you want to be able to support from both. So you want to be able to wiggle the bow like this, using your index and your pinky finger. And so that is the proper bow hold. And I'm going to teach you pizzicato, which is, I mean, you're a string major, you know this, but plucking the string, obviously. We want to work on D, E, F sharp, and G, which is the second string as we move up in fifths, starting from G, so G, D, A, E. So we have the D string, and unlike on bass, we can't move up to the next string for the fourth. So what we want to do is we're going to start on the first position, 1, 3, and 4, which will get us all the way from D to G in those increments I showed you earlier. And make sure that we have good pressure from our fingers in order to fully resonate the string. So here you go. Try to remember what I told you about the setup for cello. I know I went kind of fast.
No, you're good.
But yes, that's actually pretty good. If we can get it to come slightly more towards you, I feel. Ooh.
Right.
It's a little stubborn.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah.
Can you kind of set your head up against like to it? So right now it seems like you need to bring the peg out a little bit more. Just number one for stability, and it's a little tall.
Right there.
Yes, make sure one hand's always on the neck. Because if it falls, that's how you're going to catch it. Because you have the edge of the scroll right there. And also make sure you're still putting pressure down on the peg. Like let gravity put the weight on the peg. Don't lift the cello a little bit at all. So that looks like it's pretty close. Usually you want it to be just behind the ear, but right now it's just over the ear and a little in front, which is fine for this demonstration. So now your left hand looks pretty good. So you have your elbow up here, but you do look like you're a little tense in the shoulder. So make sure we lift our shoulders up, both of them, as high as they will go, and we drop them all the way down. Relax. Can we do that while you're holding the left hand up? So shoulders up, and drop them. Perfect. That looks awesome.
Yeah, feels better.
So, and yes, now we have the 1, 3, and 4 on each respective tape. It's a bit of a reach.
Yeah.
So, and make sure you're still holding, instead of holding with the first part of the thumb, I see you're doing now, make sure you're holding at kind of where you told me the fleshy part was on the finger.
Tips. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kind of the tips for the fingers on top, but for the thumb, you don't want it curved going into it. You want it just supporting the neck of the cello. Like you're not putting weight onto it, but if you were going to catch it or support it, that's where you'd want it to be. Like imagine you're doing this, pinching. Yes, and now do that on the neck. Yes, but your thumb's coming a little too far across. It should stay about in the middle right here. Perfect. And now you can apply whatever weight you might need to for your fingers and that will also shift with your position. So perfect. Yeah, I'm sorry about that thing.
It's okay.
It doesn't do that usually. So
Yeah,
here's the bow. Also to just demonstrate the bow hold again. Right here, just so you can have a mental image of this, make sure we're using that curved thumb. Not pressure, not weight, not anything, just support where needed and otherwise completely relaxed. Yes, that's right. Can we bring the middle finger a little more out to the end of the ferrule? Yes. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. And make sure we're not flexing our pinky as well. I saw you doing that. So, very nice. So that is the bow hold. You can let go of the balance point now. Can you just put the bow on the string, don't play? Perfect. Remember, no tension. There's a lot of tension in your shoulder. And make sure that the wrist is nice and straight. So, as we transition from violin to cello, it's a big gap. So,
Sorry.
very nice. Here, let me take that from you. I'm confiscating it.
Thank you.
You're not ready for that yet.
I'm not.
Just kidding. So, now can we do pizzicato? Just plucking the string for D, E, F sharp, and G on that D string, which is the second from the bottom.
So you pluck on cello?
Yes. Perfect. As we go up the strings though, make sure you're applying both the middle and ring finger whenever you go up to the F sharp.
Okay. So keeping the fingers down.
Yeah, you don't have to redo it though if you don't think it's necessary. Perfect. Awesome. Good job.